Hey guys, Scott here. Today I want to talk about a phenomenon that happens in the DBD community and frankly, like a lot of other game communities in general. It is this whole cycle. I see this shit every single time there's a new killer. It's the cycle of a new killer gets added, the new killer is too strong, the new killer gets way over nerfed, and then nobody plays a new killer anymore. This is something every single time there's a new killer. There are people saying this on Reddit, on Twitter, and comment sections on YouTube and Twitch chats, everywhere. This conversation appears every single time. And I don't understand where this comes from. This is not true like anymore. This hasn't been true for a pretty long time. Like if we go look at, just recent killers to the game, Houndmaster was buffed after release. Dracula was buffed after release. Vecna was buffed after release. Unknown was buffed after release. Chucky, a bit more of a neutral because he had Scamper removed, but then his cooldown was drastically shortened, to which people eventually thought he was basically buffed after release. Then we have Singularity, who's buffed after release. Like, most of the killers have been buffed after they've come out. And obviously there's a couple of exceptions, but it doesn't change the fact that this is just not the norm of the game, and I don't understand why people twist reality into a scenario in which they think this is what's happening. The truth is, most killers release decently strong, and then they just get even stronger with patches and buffs and things like that. So I don't know where this victim complex comes from killers, where they think, oh, they're just behavior scamming us. They're just releasing a killer like this, super fun and good, and then they're going to destroy it and get my money, and I can't charge it back anymore, and I'm going to file a class action behavior lawsuit. Like, the amount of drama that happens from this is ridiculous. But, like, seriously, let's look at the last couple of killers we've had. Houndmaster right now is absolutely an A-tier killer. She is probably on the lower end of A-tier, but she is a very solid killer. Dog has a 3-second cooldown. The dog vaults faster than survivors. Extremely, extremely good killer. Dracula, again, I think is like the 4th best killer in the game. Dracula is extremely strong. I think he's actually stronger than Spirit now. He's gotten much, much, much better. Vecna is wildly underappreciated because he is pretty complex in how you play him for not as high a reward as someone like, Tokyo Ghoul, because the reward you get from Vecna is less. Still, played properly, he is an absolutely solid B-tier killer. People just use Flight of the Damned completely wrong. I'm thinking after hype dies down, I kind of want to get back into Vecna and become like a Vecna main, because he's super, super underappreciated for how consistently strong he can be. Again, he's not, approaching like Dracula or Ken or anything like that, but he's still a pretty solid killer. Unknown, again, very high B tier in my opinion. Honestly, in the hands of a very good Unknown, possibly low A tier. In the hands of me, it's a B tier, but Unknown, again, very solid killer. Like, none of these killers are bad in any way. There's always this, like, other mindset that behaviors, like, why can't killers have a win for once? Why can't we have anything good? Like, what are you talking about? Like, the last 3 killers have all been super fucking good, with the last 2 of them being, like, A tier. Like, seriously. Would you just want, like, blights every single release? That would just get ridiculous. Like, I don't know where this victim complex comes from on the killer side here, but it's so weird because, like, seriously, like, out of the top 10, like, 3 of them have been in the past 3 releases. It's just, we're getting good killers. Like, and yes, occasionally we get a neutering. Occasionally we get a skull merchanting of someone or a current Chucky of someone. But for the most part, the vast majority of things that killer has gotten over the years has been very, very good, not bad. So yeah, I just wanted to go over this whole, like, false cycle that people think exists in the game. It really doesn't. And it's, a lot of it, especially now, is brought up by fear that Ken, who is very hard to play, John, is very, very fun to play, and they're scared that he's going to get neutered, which, of course, I am scared of too, which is why I suggested, pretty reasonable things with, like, reducing the range of the grab and the hitbox of the grab, things like that. The people are saying the vault might be slightly overtuned, and I think I can agree with that as well. Like, we're not talking about gutting the killer. Even if they removed all that shit, he would still have the best map control in the entire game. So he would still, even with all that, which we're not asking to do all of that, he would still be extremely good. So I know people are scared about him getting, gutted, and trust me, if they do gut him too, like if they remove the slide from him, which is the most fun part about him, I would be devastated. I would think that would be absolutely shitty, and yeah, I would be right there with everybody being super upset. But I just wanted to give a little just like PSA that what we've gotten in the past, the recent past, has been very, very solid. I do think that they are going to nerf this killer because I do think he needs a couple of tweaks. I'm not saying this killer needs to be gutted. I'm not saying, he's super broken or anything like that. Just, there's a couple of things that are not quite fair that I think we can address. and it doesn't have to be super dramatic. That's really the end result of this entire conversation. Everyone is so dramatic about this stuff, and I just don't think there's any reason for it. There's no recent history that shows we should be, worried about it. The only thing that has come close to that is Chucky. And Chucky was not like this. Chucky was very annoyingly strong for like 90% of his lifespan. He only just recently got, pretty significantly nerfed. So even then, with that nerf, that one was pretty egregious. Still, most of his life, he was fine. So it's not like you're going to have to worry about this killer comes out and then 2 days later, he's useless. So hopefully I don't eat my words here. Hopefully Behavior does handle this nerf with tact and grace and doesn't, completely destroy them like Skull Merchant or something like that, because that would really be a shame, because this is the killer that I was asking for every time someone asked, what's the killer you want? Grappling hook killer. Grappling hook killer. Every time it's what I asked for. We finally got it, but it's a little too strong right now. I think most people can agree it's a little too much. Even I've seen some wildly killer-sided people going, okay, this is a bit much. So overall, that's it. I just wanted to go over the cycle and how it's just not true. Maybe take a step back. It's not so dramatic. I don't have to be a victim in every scenario there, but that's it. Thanks for watching.